Ribeyes. Everybody loves ribeyes. Spiced rub. That's what this is. These are spices. They start with these. These are seeds. We crush them up. Okay, we make a spice rub. I'm going to give you the recipe real quick here. The denominations of what we got here. We got fennel seed, coriander seed, cumin seed, black pepper, some brown sugar, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some sweet smoked paprika. We also have some chipotle powder. Every one of these happens to be 1 tablespoon. Okay, some kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons of that. We have to make sure we salt these properly. I'm going to look up here and tell you guys that this is a big recipe, guys. This is a full flavored recipe. The fat from these ribeyes is going to melt into these spices, and they're going to be phenomenal. Real quickly over here, I've already started putting some spices on these things to get them going. You can actually make these and let them sit in the refrigerator. Not too long, you know, even an hour ahead of time. I always like to make my steaks rest. I'm sorry, not rest, but come to temp, you know, for at least 45 minutes to up to 2 hours. Actually, these are 1.5 inch steaks. They're huge, and season the fat too. Make sure all of this is seasoned, because all of this is going to melt down. Eventually, we're going to get a glaze in the bottom of this cast iron skillet, and that's how we're cooking these today. So, over here, let's take a look at the cast iron skillet. It's a big one. It's a huge skillet. You can cook 4 or maybe even 5 of those steaks in the skillet. Today we're going to cook 2. We're going to make a small glaze at the end to kind of give it a little bit of some sweetness. And that's really it. It's a simple recipe, and you can cook it on top of the stove and finish it in the oven. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so here's what we got. We got them ready to go. They're beautiful. They're ready to go. They got a little bit of the extra light olive oil on, and you can certainly see how much seasoning's on there. These are going to be big flavored steaks, guys. Super hot cast iron skillet. We don't have to put any oil on these steaks, but listen to this. Listen to that, and look at the steam and the smoke coming up. I'm going to put the fan on here for a minute. Get rid of some of this fan. Get rid of some of the smoke. But now this is going to take these are big steaks. These are 1.5 inch steaks, 1.25 inch steaks. They're going to take some time. So we're going to let these stay here for a good 4 minutes on one side. We're going to move them around just a little bit so that things don't stick or burn. But this is how we're going to get that great flavor. Remember, we got seeds on here that are crushed, and this is going to help toast them. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes when we turn them over. Okay, guys, here's what we got. Our patience paid off. Look at look at this here. Absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sear on this side. Temp of the pan still the same. It's screaming hot. I lowered it just a hair because, you know, these are big steaks, and we have a roasting process that we're going to be attempting in a minute. So now take a good look at this. We have garlic here. I want my cameraman to get this. We have some shallots. Now the steaks are going to sear. This is shallot. You know, it's big pieces. These steaks are going to go in the oven for a few minutes. Actually, for probably about a good 8 to 10 minutes. Take a good look at this. These things are going to brown. These root vegetables are going to brown up, and they're going to make us. We're going to make a small glaze. Nothing crazy. We don't want no thick barbecue sauce here. And we're not going to add anything more than that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deglaze. This is white wine, the Chardonnay. I'm actually going to put a little white wine in here. And we're going to put these in the oven. These are going to go in the oven. You got to remember, this is a hot oven. This is a 450 degree oven. It's a 500 degree oven. They're going to go in that oven. Shut the top. Shut your burners off. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Go. Okay. Let's take a look at these things. They smell incredible, guys. And boy, do they look good. Take a look at these. Hopefully my cameraman can get these. These are beautiful. They've been in there for about 4.5 or 5 minutes. Like I said, depending upon the thickness of the steak, it's certainly going to matter, you know, how long you keep them in there. Use a thermometer, you know, if you want your steaks to be around medium or to medium rare. You know, even at a resting stage, you don't want to cook these steaks past about 100 and let's say 28. There's a string here. I didn't talk about that before. These are big steaks. They're almost like little miniature roast. We're going to put these steaks in a warming draw. Warming draw is only around 175 to 200 degrees. And they're going to actually rest there, and they're going to come up to actually a perfect medium to medium rare. But let's get back to this for a minute. Here's what we got here. We got all these root vegetables. We got these shallots. My goodness, the aroma here is incredible. You know, we have to get the garlic in here. You know, and now's the time to put the herbs in here. We're going to do this real quickly. It's not going to be anything. It's going to make it very simple. This is some chicken stock we're going to use. We're not going to use super high heat here. We're going to use a little bit of the rub that was left. Just a few sprinkles of that rub. And we're going to emulsify, you know, some of the butter with some of that stock and some of that beautiful residue that's in the bottom of that pan. We're going to deglaze that. This is balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit, nothing fancy, not expensive. This is just, you know, it looks like a fancy jar, but it's not. Now we're going to let's just blend together. And you can see it's making a glaze already. It's actually making a beautiful glaze. You know, the butter's going to help make a balanced sauce so that there's not too much acidity. And it's going to give us that extra fat that we want. And as that finishes up, I'll finish this up in a minute and then we'll plate this dish. So I'll see you in a couple. Okay, so here's what we got. That perfect glaze I told you guys about. Not a lot, but it definitely is packed with flavor. I'm going to take one of these out. I tilted the pan a little bit here to show you that we're not making. This isn't gourmet food. This is just good old-fashioned, home-cooked, great steaks. Now take a look at this, guys. This thing is unbelievable. I'm going to cut a little piece of it right here. I know I should let it rest. I'll take a little piece off this corner here near the bone. But I got to tell you, the flavor and the smell and the aroma here is incredible. This is like I said it more than once, it's a big flavored dish. And I got to tell you, it smells incredible. Unbelievable flavor. Really unbelievable flavor. Big flavor. For all you people that like big flavor, this is for you. To the next video, guys. Later.